Hello, my gorgeous friends and fellow lovers of the marketplaces. Today is a beautiful Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. Coming at you hot. Not really, it is freezing where I'm at right now. It's like 30 degrees. I'm cold to my bones. I had a comment from a few days ago on a ARM video I had made a couple weeks ago, and a couple weeks I was just mentioning how I was talking about a nice buy position on that weekly trend of ARM holdings, which was down here at 120 area. And somebody sent a comment the other day. They said that video aged pretty well. And it really did. It's, sometimes these ideas that you have when you're looking into buying something, sometimes they just pan out so perfectly that you can't even believe it. It's like, it's just amazing, I mean, sure, a lot of things, they don't work out, but then when you do have the ones that do, it just gives you more validation, more conviction, more confidence, okay, that you're on the right track in your quote-unquote trading journey, your investment path that you are on, when you get your mind right and you get some of these ideas right. So ARM was a huge boost to the ideas that, are constantly throwing about in my mind on what the market looks like it wants to do. And look at that, beautiful. Past 2 weeks, it just pushed up, and we got up to about 176, and just on our little scribblies here, we were looking to offload at 150 and 150, what was that, 155? So we weren't even looking to go that high. A past idea over here, yes, was looking to go up to 165. And it did just about that. So this is kind of funny, being just little scribbles on my phone here. And if you go back and you look at old ARM videos, because we had made videos over here about it, and we made videos here about it, and ARM has just been like playing absolutely to a T exactly how we've been projecting it, which is hilarious, because I haven't even been trading ARM. ARM is it is a watch for me. And it's so funny, on the ones that you watch are the ones that you're not even personally in at that moment. But I always will be watching ARM. ARM is definitely something that I'm always going to be watching, because I've been watching it since the beginning of time on its listing day, back here at $80 some. And I've told that story on one of my first ARM videos. But as far as, wow, ARM is pushing up. We're 160 today, 167. I want to buy. No, stop. That's emotional when you're talking like that. You want to buy when something is happening in your game plan. So for me, I wasn't going to buy unless it was touching this trend line. Same over here. I wasn't going to buy unless it was touching this trend line. So those were all great ideas and great setups. It was very funny how that actually played out so well, So enough about ARM. We can talk about ARM in depth. We have got to cover something, yes. Today I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to get it out of the way. Today is going to be a full disclosure Forex market journey today. So, my friends, you are going to know what your boy It's funny when I say that. What your boy is into at the moment, okay? All right. Right now, what am I personally in? A few things. In the stock market, I am personally in Dollar General, okay? Okay, we already talked about that. How I'm gonna be gobbling up Dollar General. I started at 75 and I got more orders below 60, 55, 50, 45. So I'm going to be positioning myself on getting Dollar General at these low prices relative to the 240 or whatever was the high last year, the year before. Okay. So we're in Dollar General in the stock market. We are also in Five Below. We've been in Five Below since last year. That's a swing trade. That's a long-term swing trade. Now, the perspective really goes into what you consider long-term, short-term, but Five Below I've been in since last year, okay? $73 is my average, okay? And we were looking to offload at 150, 160, okay, on Five Below, even 140. So Five Below is still doing great. I think last time I checked it was $95. You know, it got up to like 110 and then it cooled off a little bit, but we're still holding at 90 some. So Five Below is just a hold. It's looking great. That's what's going on in the stock market, is just those two personally. Johnson & Johnson, I have a lot of alerts set on Johnson & Johnson, just in case it decides to do a dirty move like Dollar General did and rip it down. Because I will be buying that pain and suffering. That sounds so evil, you know. And it might not ever get there, but if it does, it does. But right now, full disclosure, on the stock market, Dollar General and Five Below, personally invested myself. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Forex market. My friend, full disclosure, okay. So be open, honest. What are you in right now on the Forex market? What you trading, Destined Trader? What you trading? Well, it doesn't matter what I'm trading. What I'm trading has nothing to do with what you got going on. Okay? So get that out of your mind right now. Because I'm terrible at this. I'm just a personal trader who shares an open book story on how I view the markets, and just to give some perspective on somebody that's been trading for 4 years. Okay? I'm starting my 4th year now. So this is kind of just a little bit of, it's a lonely community. So I just like to talk about it. I like to share about it. And YouTube is a great format for that, because if you don't like it, you just click off. If you like the crazy stuff I'm talking about, it's a nice, funny listen, you know. And if I'm the worst in the world, you can laugh at me, you know, but you never know. You might learn something, a little tidbit here and there. You know, something like, I didn't think about that, because having more of an open mind and more perspectives and more people, it really broadens your horizons, okay? Some might say, oh, that complicates matters. You need to keep it simple. But at the beginning, you need to learn as much as you can, okay? So you can filter out the noise later on as time goes on. So anywho, we got off on a bit of a rant there, as I usually do. Which is why we love listening to me, because I tend to go on rants. And why I had to actually make a personal YouTube channel is because I tend to go on rants, okay? When I'm with other people and stuff, I tend to just blah, 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 and I take up the whole room. So best to just put me off in the corner and just let me talk by myself. So that's kind of funny. All right, getting serious now. Full disclosure, Forex market. Yes, we are in Aussie dollar. Okay, we had buy orders all the way from 63.2 all the way down to 61.5. Okay, so we have 10 positions. 10. I have 10 positions open on Aussie dollar right now. Woohoo, man, you can't say what you got. Of course I can say what I got, because there's no fear. You know, what are they going to do? Rip it down against me? Woohoo. No, oh, we just found out this guy, he just said on YouTube, he's got 10 positions from 63.2 all the way down to 61.5. So all of his buys are down here. Man, we should just rip it down and take his money. Go ahead. It ain't enough to make a difference. You could rip this thing down to zero. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of how I trade Forex now, is it almost doesn't matter what price does, because the moment I have a position open, I leave it. I don't play with it. I don't care. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. It's in. But right now, Aussie dollar has just been nothing but beauty. Okay? You can see, oh, okay, we're getting filled. Oh, we're in a drawdown. Okay, so I'm in a drawdown for like 2.5 weeks of just anytime I open up my account, you know, we're sitting in the negative. But then what happened? Oh, lo and behold, it starts going up. And look where we're at today. 62.7. Nice. Clearly starting a little uptrend here. Okay? And now, all those positions that I was gobbling up, okay, and that I was sitting in a drawdown for the past 2 weeks, now, the past few days, we're sitting in a beautiful profit, okay? And we're holding. What are we holding for? We're holding to take the short money, okay? 65, 66, those are offload areas, because all these red candles here that we were buying, the rest of the traders, the majority of the other traders, they were selling all that. They were shorting the bejesus out of that, because they're taught downtrend, short. Yes, you short the downtrend, but when they never close their positions, because they're greedy. They think that it's going to go down to 40. Okay? All the news in the markets is talking about 55, 53, midterm for Aussie dollar projections. Okay? Go online. That's what it's going to tell you. Well, if it's telling you that in this area on the news, it's telling you that we're going to see 55 on Aussie dollar, what's that really mean? That really means they want you to start shorting here so that they could take your money, rip it up against you to 65, 66, and then later on go down to 55, okay? So this position that we're in with these 10 positions, okay, are on basis of that psychological fact of everybody shorting, okay? Now we're in this consolidation area where all of the news is telling you that we're going to see 50 odd cent Aussie dollar, okay? So when I see the news start saying that, it's giving me more confidence as a contrarian to say, why would the news come out and tell you, all these different Forex outlets come out and tell you that, and banks say that they project it to go down there? Well, I'm sure it will, but if they're telling you here, it's because they have a plan to take your money. They want to short it down to 55 too, but they're not going to start shorting down here. They got their short orders up here at 65, 66. I promise you. That's just how it seems to me. But right now, Aussie dollar is a thing of beauty. We are in the money. It's nice. This game is a lot of fun when you're making money. That's the truth. They're not gonna say, oh no, I'm serious. I play this like a business. This is serious business. No, it's true. It is a lot of fun when you're making money, but it can be hell when you're losing money. So in order to not make it hell, you have to trade light enough to where it doesn't matter how much price goes against you. It never can be hell. So all you have is just indifference and fun. And that's kind of where I'm at in my Forex trading. Is right now I'm either indifferent to price action or I'm having fun. It's really that simple. So, man, Aussie dollar is just looking beautiful. We're going to wait and see here in we'll give it a couple more weeks. So right now we're in the money, okay? We have all these positions we've bought. And we'll make a nice little, well, that didn't quite come out right here. We're going to make a nice little circle up here. And this is X marks the spot. Okay, this is when we're going to start looking to exit on that circle up there. So this is going to be a thing of beauty. We're going to see how this plays out. So we'll get through what else I'm in on the Forex market. So I have 10 positions open on Aussie dollar. We also, as of early yesterday, New York session, okay, I tend not to be touching gold much, but gold presented this little opportunity here. And this is one that we actually are in and we're using a stop on, okay? So gold, okay? First, let's do a quick zoom out here, okay? Look at gold, looking gorgeous, okay? So we broke our upwards trajectory weekly trend line, okay? So we broke it, and now this is something I took from one of my mentors, is when you have a trend line break, what do you want to see? But you don't want to short that. You want to wait for a retest of the trend line, okay? Which is kind of what we're doing right now. So we're retesting this trend line from underneath. But what really got me looking to take a short position was how right up here, okay, if you look in the past, our all-time high over here of 2790, okay? And right here we had this hump and this hump, okay? So double hump. And look what we did yesterday, okay? Yesterday we came up and we took out both of those double humps. What does that mean? That means price went up and it stopped everybody out who had stop losses here. It stopped everybody out who had stop losses there. The past 3 days, we've just been taking money from everybody who was shorting gold for the past month, okay? Now, could price go up even higher and take out the all-time high of that 2790? Of course it could. But right now, yesterday, during the New York session, okay, it started playing around up here, okay, and it started veering off really slow, okay, just real slow curve, okay, and this is just a personal play myself. The reason I opened a short here at it was like 27.57 my entry, okay, and stop at 27.65, okay. So I have a stop up here. If it goes up, it stops me out. Great, I lose the trade. No big deal. But the reason I entered is because when I started seeing that slow curvature on the hourly time frame, I've seen that too many times to where that slow curvature, it's a trick. It's another one of those tricks where it kind of, the way price was behaving, it was making you hesitate on opening a short because it was so slow that it was like, it was making you think, it's just kind of taking a little pause here and then it's gonna rip back up. Or it's just gonna make a little flag here like here, a little flag here, and then it's going to rip back up. So it's playing with you, okay? I've seen that too many times where what happens is it's a slow drag out and then a just rip down, because it's trying to get people to buy the top, okay? It's making that flag to convince traders to buy the top. And it was nice to see last night, Asian session on the 22nd into the Euro session, 22nd, 23rd, how it just ripped it down out of that flag, came back up, ripped it down again. So we're kind of starting to make a little market structure to the downside. But being the New York session now, this could also be, you have to keep in mind, I'm talking to myself more than anything, just a simple liquidity grab play where you have consolidation. Okay, they ripped it down, Euro session, grabbed this long liquidity here, and now New York session is going to be a slow drag up to take out the all-time high. So I do have that in play, which is why I have moved my stop already to break even. So I'm in a short on gold. It's a no-risk trade right now, because even if price rips up, I'll lose nothing because I've already moved my stop down to break even. With gold, I always trade with a stop because gold has a slight of a spread on the broker I use. So I'm not going to let it just rip up against me, okay? But I have one position open on gold, and if it rips down even further, great. Right now, we're in the money. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to leave it as a no-risk trade, and that'll be it. If we rip down and have a bigger cool-off, for example, like down to, 23, 24, great. I'll close it down there. Make good money, okay? But I'm not too concerned with that at the moment. So that's my other full disclosure of what I'm in. And the last thing, if we can find it here, on full disclosure on what I'm in on the Forex market, is pound dollar, okay? Pound dollar kind of goes hand in hand with Aussie dollar to a slightly different extent on my reasoning for getting into Aussie dollar, okay? But pound dollar, we're just in one position right now. We haven't started laddering up, because pound dollar is something that I've talked about on what could end up being the best trade of 2025 into 2026 for myself. So I've already got one position entered at 122.9 or whatever it was my entry. So, but with the full expectations of price continuing down against me. So I expect pound dollar. See, this is what's crazy about how I trade. I expect price to go against me. When you open up a position and you expect to win, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, okay? Unless you're already at that level where you're consistently winning, okay? So the moment I open up a position, I'm praying to all the lords in the cosmos that it goes against me, because then I know I'm right. So that might sound crazy, but it's just kind of a psychological thing I tell myself. But Aussie dollar's looking great, looking gorgeous. Gold, we're in the money on gold right now. Break even, I don't care, I'm indifferent. Gold is like indifference right now. Aussie dollar is fun. Pound dollar is plan stage, really planning for a long-term setup and play. Even though we've already entered one position, that's just a base entry, okay? I'm expecting price to go against me. But I hope everybody enjoyed my wonderful rants on the marketplaces today. And I appreciate the love and the comments. I have nothing but fun making these videos. And if you want me to put my crazy viewpoint on something you're looking at, not to convince you, but simply just to be like, man, look at the way that crazy guy thinks this. I wasn't thinking that at all, you know. But, you know, he's a crazy buffoon. I'm just going to go with what I go. Great. Comment something that you would like me to make my own personal twist on. And I love everybody. And I will talk to everybody on the next video. Peace.